want to slow down a little bit. Downshift again. You can downshift.
He can't.
It's just not letting him.
Too high. Just hit the gas. Just hit the gas, bro. Hit the gas.
I'm hitting the gas.
Oh,
no! Damn it.
Look at that pop.
He told me to hit the gas, and I committed.
I did, but not all the way. You weren't supposed to floor it.
When someone says hit the gas, you
yeah.
floor it.
No, really Zero. I think that was all you. Okay, so this is going to be a fun one. So we've switched the cars now. This is the Mazda MX-5 with my sweet MASH livery as well. So you switch from TSG to MASH livery. And Zero is going to start us off here. He's going to do try to do a couple laps around Watkins Glen. This will be a lot longer of a lap time because the track is just you go through more. But yeah. Also, excuse me. My apologies. We won't be using the stick for this. This utilizes the paddle shifters.
Oh, shit.
So the one to the right, if you click it, is upshift. And the one to the left is the downshift. Now, interesting enough, if you get all the way to like 6, and then you wanted to go to reverse suddenly because you crashed or something, you would have to
both?
You have to press the left one like 7 times basically. It's called sequential shifting. So instead of being able to go directly to the one you want with the stick shift, you have to go cycle through each of them. Although I think maybe in some cars you could just hold the left one, but I don't think that's how that works here. Anyway, Watkins Glen MX-5, completely different car, completely different track. Take it away, Zero.
Do I still have to hold the clutch?
No, now the clutch work is mostly all automatic for you, so you don't have to worry
I
about
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
So I only have to focus on my fucking right foot.
Yeah. And why don't you tell us, Zero? Are you using your left foot? Are you using your right foot to do both braking and gas, or are you using one foot per pedal?
I'm using my right foot for gas and brake.
Gas and brake. Okay.
That's how I was taught.
Okay. You will notice that the Mazda MX-5 is a hell of a lot slower than both of these guys were just driving before.
Definitely noticed that. Definitely noticeable.
Oh, you'll get your
control,
turn.
Obviously.
There is a little bit of control. There is more control for sure, but at the same time, the Mazda is these MX-5 cars are a bit deceptive. They will turn around on you as well. Yeah. Shifts into second, much easier. You don't have to use the clutch. Don't have to use the shifter. Yeah. You're coming up on your first turn. This is called a chicane. You may want to start slowing down. If you look to the, well, it's already passed, but yeah, you have to turn to the right now, and then very quickly to the left.
Oh, I've done these in Gran Turismo.
And then to the left, and then back to the right.
Yep.
This is called a chicane. If you're paying attention to the left side of that track before that, there are these actual markers that tell you how many feet until the turn. So you kind of look out for stuff on the track. That's how it's set up. So avoid the cones.
So when you were learning this, what was the hardest thing to overcome?
Damn it.
I think again, just kind of funny enough, what happened to Zero just now is, like, the first thing is losing control of the car, really. Yeah, you may want to reset. Just stop, hit the brake, hit the complete stop, and then yeah, reset. Okay. So as Zero resets over here, I'll just again go back to the question. So it's definitely a loss of control. The very first thing that, and again, you guys have already kind of experienced this, but one of the very first things is that when you come to this type of setup with your video game mentality, video game racing game mentality, your thought is just, oh, I just press the gas all the way to the bottom. Well, in a real car, cars that are race cars for track that have traction control turned off, that just spins the tires, and it's kind of sends you off to left or right, kind of depending on how the car is set up. So basically, you don't really know how to drive a race car just because you played a bunch of like Need for Speed games or like whatever it is, Daytona or something like that. You got to be very ginger, and it's hard to do that at first because your instinct is to just floor it every single time. And then, of course, overshooting a turn is the next part that you really have to get to, because as soon as you start being able to roll and move forward, now you want to make sure that you're not taking a turn at like an improper speed or something like that.
Like, you're right. One of the things that I was having trouble with is knowing how fast I was going. Like, you see the number, but like the feel of it, you have to get used to for sure. You definitely can't pick it up first 5 minutes of playing.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. That's one of the major issues I'm having right now, not understanding how fast I'm going.
And you're coming to a downhill. You may want to slow down a bit. This is a very annoying turn, if I gotta be honest. See, okay, you pushed, you turned a little bit too hard to the left, and I could hear the tires starting to squeal.
Yeah.
The car was almost gonna start to spin. These MX-5 cars are not as stable as you think they are. So we're gonna see how Zero takes the next turn. A little bit of oversteer.
But I got it. I turned.
He's got it.
I'm not that bad. And I don't even have a license.
Brace yourselves, folks. That was an uphill. We are now coming to another kind of downhill section. So you're going to be doing a right-hand turn here. You want to slow down a lot.
Well, thanks for telling me now.
I mean, when you come to if you're coming up to any kind of turn, you should be gauging your speed. You're going to have another left-hander here. Don't got to worry too much about this one. And, oh, a little bit of tire squeal.
Yep.
You got to press on forward. One more left turn coming up here. And slow. Take it slow. Nice and slow.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, losing control. Maybe want to keep it off.
I'm always in control.
Maybe want to keep it off the curb. And you're going to go right. And you, my friend, just did a full lap at Watkins Glen. Congratulations. How does it feel?
It's not enough.
Okay.
I need more.
We'll see how enough this is.
Speed.
We'll see how enough this is. I'm trying to go to do a little bit of initial D there, a little bit of drift. Is that what you're going for?
Yas, King. No, I'm actually really enjoying this.
Very nice
I don't
attempt.
really have much experience behind the wheel of a car. Again, NYC kid, don't really need a car. But I do enjoy racing games, and actually having something that's somewhat similar to a car here, or at least like almost exactly like it, I mean, Mash would know more than me, is quite nice.
Yeah. It's like this simulator is about like 95% accurate to what the real thing is. Like all these cars, all these tracks, they come in with a professional scanner. They take it to each track, and they actually scan the whole road of all the track surface. So when it's inputted into the game, it's almost a one-to-one digital copy of the real thing. And
that's insane.
That is insane. A lot of effort goes into doing this, and it's really cool because it kind of preserves the racing, you know.
Yo, why isn't it going down? I'm trying to shift down.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes that will happen. You want to shift down, but I always find it like the car is not really ready to shift down yet. You're not at the right revs yet. But as soon as you start braking and you get the RPMs down, then you can usually downshift. But
okay, now that I understand that.
Yeah, if you're like topping out revs, it's not gonna let you downshift. But let's see how Zero does on this. This will be his last lap.
I must go faster.
So, when racers, do they use both feet, like for gas and brake, or do they use one foot for gas and brake?
So it kind of depends on the situation, and sometimes you'll switch between one or the other. But yeah, generally most people will keep left foot for the clutch and then the right foot for gas and brake. But there are certain times when you will change doing that. Sometimes you actually want to hold the gas and the brake at the same time to kill the engine a little bit, but keep the RPMs up. Sometimes you want to do something called heel toe shifting, heel toe downshifting, which is basically pressing all three pedals at the same time. And Zero's made it 2 laps at Watkins Glen. Very nice. Cannot wait to see that replay.
Woo!
Let's see it. Let's see this beautiful gamer move. By the way, they recently added like way more realistic damage as well, so you get stuff like that. Frank, how are you feeling? Do you want to take a go? Do you want to do a lap of this here?
Yeah, I would definitely try.
Okay. Okay, now we have our friend Focal Frank.
I'm back.
He's back and ready for some vengeance. Zero, how do you feel?
I want more speed. I am speed. But I'm very excited to see Frank try this out because this was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm hyped to redeem myself because, yep, if you saw before, I did pretty well.
This is the redemption lap.
I'm going. All right, let's see.
I want you to feel that lack of acceleration.
Oh yeah, the other car had more power for sure.
I mean, at this point, you could pretty much mostly throttle it not all the way, but
Yeah.
because you're turning, but
I don't recommend
it. Get used to it
first.
you can throttle it a little bit more because this car is slow as its acceleration is very slow. So you're coming up on a little bit of turn. They call this the S's.
Okay.
It's gonna go right, then it's gonna go left. Nothing too crazy here. It's all uphill as well. Good place to be full throttle because you're uphill, so you're fighting gravity. Slight left, shift up. And how does it feel to shift while you're holding the steering wheel?
It's kind of nice. It feels very like intuitive.
One thing I did notice is that once you see the two red dots in the middle, you're
Yeah.
pretty much good to shift.
Okay.
Like you don't have to
All
wait
right.
for it to go to.
Definitely good to know.
And you want to start slowing down. You're coming up on the chicane. You want to slow down and downshift because you're gonna go right and then left again, trying not to go over the yellow barrier berm rumble strips.
You did that pretty good. I have experience with the chicanes because, again, Gran Turismo player here. I played a lot of it. And, again, most of my gameplay with Gran Turismo, especially 7, has been with controller.
Slow down, yep. Frank, you want to slow down a little bit. Downshift again. You can downshift.
You can't.
It's just not letting
Right.
him.
Just hit the gas. Just hit the gas, bro. Hit the gas.
I'm hitting the gas.
Oh,
Oh no! No! Damn
Look
it.
at that pop.
He told me to hit the gas and I committed.
did, but not all the way. You weren't supposed to floor it.
When someone says hit the gas, you
yeah.
floor it.
No, really Zero. I think that was all you. But we're generous here, so yeah, we're gonna give him a reset and try to do another lap, my friend.
Okay.
Shift into
Okay.
first.
For some reason, you know what a problem is of mine? I'm default using both my feet instead of just driving normally, like how I normally drive.
Yeah, no, I did notice
Like-
that with your feet, but I figured that's just how you like to do
Yeah,
it. So I wasn't
no,
gonna correct you.
Yeah.
But I was taught to use one foot, which is, your dominant foot for gas and brake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way you do it in normal driving. And again, in racing, you usually do it that way too, but you can switch. And once you get to like really advanced stage, you could start to kind of like really dance around the pedals. You could do like heel toe downshifting, which is all 3 pedals at once. But yeah, you guys are doing really good. Also worth noting as well, they're both using socks, which is not the most comfortable. I bought specifically I bought shoes that are like clean, so I don't wear them outside, and I could just use them on my only on my racing sim. So it is a little bit uncomfortable, I'm sure. Did you feel at all like anything with the pedal, like kind of rubbing up against your foot?
It didn't feel necessarily uncomfortable, just a little slippery. If anything, I tried to use it to my advantage, so I can like ever so slightly just slide my foot onto like the tip of my foot, sliding it onto the gas, and just ever so slightly just adding more speed to it that way until I got to like my big toe, and then I just kept pushing that way.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no! Damn it.
It's okay. All you hit was tires.
Yeah.
That's still fine.
It's just a love tap. You're fine.
I mean, if a race car doesn't come to the finish line with a little bit of damage, Oh no!
No! Stop!
Yeah, I was about to say, if it doesn't make it to the end with at least a little bit of damage, were you really racing?
True.
It feels so weird to. Yeah, your engine.
Oh, yeah,
your
it's
engine
dead.
broke, so, yeah.
It's dead.
Frank, another one? You blew up another engine?
I can't help it.
We're really forgiving. We're the heirs to oil tycoons, so you can have a third car. Don't worry about it. It's
I
on
need
the
to
house.
finish this lap.
He needs to finish this lap. Well, we know your problem area because you've crashed and died there twice. So we're gonna give it another shot. See if Frank can complete a lap at the legendary Watkins Glen racetrack. And I will say it's also very weird for me to be doing it through this side because now I'm not looking at this screen as a racer. I'm looking at it as someone that's trying to like teach and also notice like, oh, what could have Frank done different? What did he need to do to not have that happen before, you know?
All right, Frank, you've done this before. The chicane is nothing to you. The chicane is your subservient.
What makes it a little difficult is, see, I don't know this track, so
That's
the part
true.
I
That's
keep
also
crashing
very true.
on, like,
Yes.
it's because I don't realize that it's coming.
Yes. So that's kind of another thing because this is more of like a realistic racing field. You don't have a tiny HUD map displayed while you're racing around the track. You want to brake, Frank. You want to brake a little bit. Yeah, okay,
He's
there
doing
you go.
fine.
Yeah.
Don't tell him to
shit.
break.
Yeah,
Shit.
no,
No! Damn it.
You messed with the boy's mind. He was doing fine.
I didn't think he was going to oversteer like that. It's so funny to me. It looks like there's a car behind him, but it's just his front bumper.
Oh,
You see that in the rear view mirror?
I see.
Yeah. When I have to race a track that I've never been to before, I make sure if I don't have time to practice the track and like memorize it first, what I make sure to do is turn the racing line on. And Frank has done it. He made it past the uphill turn, but the war's not over yet. You still have 3 turns left to go.
Oh, man.
Sorry, 4 turns left to go. You're coming up on a pretty tight one here. And don't forget to downshift when you brake too. You wanna be in like the appropriate gear. A little bit of oversteer, but that's fine. When you're at a slower speed, the oversteer really doesn't bother you as much, so you were fine there. And turn left, turn left. Oh, I'm sorry, turn left.
Oh, shit.
It's so hard to talk,
Okay.
but you're good. You might get an off track, but you're good. Yeah, it's hard to talk and be like, Frank, you got a left turn coming up. Also, Frank, you got a left turn coming up.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, if you pay attention to the road at the walls on the side, you will see like numbers. It says like 500, 400, 300, 200. That's how much. That's how many meters you have until the turn comes up.
Oh, man.
Hold on to it. He corrects.
Okay. Woo.
He made it. Frank, don't let up.
Oh, shit.
Stay in the throttle. Stay in that throttle. And he did it. A full lap at Watkins Glen. And he just blew the engine. He just blew the engine.
He did?
Crash into the fucking wall.
And that's 2 engines blown. Mash,
I'm the best.
how do you feel?
Well, I'm mad because I'm the team owner, so now I got a real mess on my hands. But no, yeah. So basically, here's kind of another thing that happens. And again, this is just like once you get deep into this stuff, you know, if you downshift when you're in too high revs, it kills your engine. It's called money shifting. So let's say, for instance, Frank right now is in 3rd gear. I've shifted into the 3rd gear for both of these guys to see physically. He's in 3rd gear. He's got the gas pedal full pressed, like 9,000 RPM, like he's really high up. And he means to shift to 4. That's what he wants to do, 3 to 4, because he's not ready to go up. But, oops, the thing was shaking a little bit, and it's all fast-paced, and I'm really stressed out. He went to 2 instead. Blown engine. The engine just goes into bits and fucking pieces. It's called money shifting, and yeah, sometimes that happens. It happens to the best of us.
That would be me. I would absolutely blow an engine like that, no problem.
Yeah.
100%. I would cost the team money. You're welcome.
And that's kind of what makes racing simulators great, is that you get to practice cars without having to blow $20,000 engines.
Yeah. For sure. What I find crazy about this game is you have to focus. Like, it's all about focus, all about paying attention to what your car is saying. Like, you could play like Need for Speed or like any of the other racing games, and it doesn't give you that full feeling of you have to listen to your car. In those games, it kind of feels like your car listens to you. So
That's a good way of putting it.
yeah, it's definitely an interesting feeling.
All right, and that's gonna do it for this experiment. We had Zero and we had Focal Frank all trying to do first oval racing, then a little bit of road racing. Of course, as you can see, we had a little bit of chaos. We hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll try to definitely get more iRacing content, other racing simulator content as well. We want to give a special thanks to our friend Focal Frank for joining us for this awesome video.
Definitely Focal Frank once again. Thank you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to do what we always need you guys to do. Slap the like button, mash the subscribe button, and let us know down in the comments below. Have you guys used steering wheels for these racing games? Do you have a Fanatec back at home? Is it a direct drive wheel? Can you drive better than us? Challenge us in the comments. We dare you.
Absolutely.
You better subscribe, kids.
Do it. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
See ya.